Alright, this is a quick disclaimer for the intro of this video. These all-day Crocs arrived heat damaged, so they are not accurate in their sizing. So I was rather distraught throughout this video trying to give sizing information, so just disregard everything that I say throughout the video regarding the sizing. And after I thought about it and factored in the amount that these shrunk from the heat, I've determined that this model does run true to size. So I refer to reordering them in a size up, but that's not me thinking about how much they shrunk. So I would recommend ordering these true to size if you're looking at getting them. Just go with whatever your standard Croc model is. So I was debating whether or not I wanted to upload this video, but I figured it still had some value just regarding what happens to these EVA slides and shoes when they get exposed to extreme temperatures. So just something to take away from it. So even though it's not super accurate with the sizing information and stuff, I still show off the slide and show, you know, what happens in extreme temperatures with these products. So I just wanted to throw this at the beginning. So enjoy the video. Thanks, guys. I'm in the process of moving. I got things boxed up. So this is my last weekend in this apartment. So moving forward, the future videos will be in the new place. So I'm excited. All right, enjoy the show. Thanks, guys. Right, I think we are ready for this one. I'm filming at a time and day that I normally do not film. My first day off work, I'm usually rather fatigued, and I choose not to film on that day just for better performance. I like to film when I'm more rested, but these came in today and it was hot today. These still are warm a little bit. It was 95. And when I grabbed this package, when I picked it up, they were hot. I could feel through the bag that the Crosslight had baked. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of expedite this one to make sure it didn't shrink on us. Just given the heat of the day and how hot these puppies were when I picked them up. Before we get any further, this is a new offering from Crocs. This is the Crocs All Day Slide. And it appears to have a mellow footbed red with like a textile strap. So I was kind of, if I can just get my thumb in there, we go. If I can, what was I see, this is why I don't film on these days, because my brain is just like kaput. So mellow footbed, textile. Cool, we got a coupon. Textile strap. They look kind of a different design from Crocs. They weren't too expensive. I think they retail for $30, and I was able to use a 15% off coupon. It brought them down to, I don't know, like 25, 24 or something. See, they're still warm. I still feel like a radiant heat just within them. They look kind of nice though, but I don't think they shrunk too much. I went with a 12, so we'll find out. One way to tell is if the sizing is different between them, because they typically, when they start to shrink, they don't shrink at the same rate. Yeah, look at how much shorter that one is than this one. Arg. Alright, let me read the description. And I will probably start the return before I'm even done with this video. Oh boy, what can you do? What can you do? You know, we can't control like the days they ship or the shipping situation or anything. Like, I don't know. It's just frustrating when your product arrives like damaged. But alright, let's read what they have to say, because these still might be really good, even though they're already warped and shrunk and mismatched, missized. They're already ruined, but alright, let's get the review, because they still might be really good. Alright, men's Crocs All Day Slide. Your perfect sporty slide has arrived! On the hottest day of the year, and they are shrunk. Introducing the men's All Day Slide.
blending the comfort of a mellow footbed and padded upper with a versatile and simple design. You'll enjoy the cool athleisure style, while the padded upper and soft footbed help provide all-day comfort. And the outsole has been specially designed to help increase traction and enhance walkability. Slip into the Crocs All Day Slide for mellow comfort and sporty style wherever your day takes you. Men's Crocs All Day Slide details. Sporty and lightweight design, padded synthetic upper, men's specific fit and feel, specially designed outsole for increased traction, mellow footbed for all-day comfort. Okay. And they only have 4 different colors right now, kind of drab. There's an all black. I'll take some footage so you guys can see this. All black. And then there's the gray pair that I got, which kind of has like a almost like a charcoal type color for the footbed. And then there's a black and white, which is just a little more contrast than the gray one. So instead of the charcoal, it's a black footbed, and then instead of the gray strap, it's a white strap. And then they have a navy, which is kind of a dark navy footbed, it looks like, or a black footbed, and then a dark navy strap. So they're all very kind of drab in terms of the color options that they've got going on right now. But Crocs likes to do that. When they release a new model, like they'll just give you like black and white and then make you wait for any good colors. So back to the all-day slides. And take a look at them in hand. So they're feeling pretty squishy. I'm kind of digging that mellow footbed. Looks like we've got some good ergos. Well, look at that arch. Boy. That is an arch. Interesting. Curious to see how these are going to fit on hand. I'm not going to take any stickers off. I'm not going to take anything off because these did not arrive in the condition they should have. So I'm 90% sure I'm already going to send them back just to get a pair that wasn't like shrunken in the mail. But we'll still get the video, you know, we'll still get it. But anyways, I'm not going to take off any stickers. Those are staying on your squish sticker. But they do feel pretty squishy. I'm kind of digging the squish factor going on there with the mellow footbed. We got some good ergos going on. There's some nice texture underfoot. I like these lines. I like these horizontal lines in the center there. That's something that Crocs hasn't done before, at least to my knowledge. We got our logo. We got some lines around there. Nice little oval. And then we've got similar fashion up at the toe box there. We got a little bit of a toe groove. It doesn't seem too aggressive, too prominent. Got some nice little shapes under the toes. So these look pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Look pretty decent. I don't know why, but they're giving me like a Nike Victory vibe. I just had that thought while I was kind of looking at these. So we won't go into that too much, but this is very padded up top here. We've got a fake leather. You can hear the texture. And then we've got some nice padding underneath. So I don't know how long these are gonna stay wet for. If you get them wet, that textile strap might stay a little damp on you for a little while. The outsole is pretty simple, kind of nice looking. I like it. I like how it's styled. We've got kind of some concentric circles or concentric ovals emanating from the Crocs on the heel here, and then that kind of waves out towards the toe. It looks like they're carrying that kind of that ripple pattern heading out. We got some deeper cuts in the center here, which is kind of nice. This actually allows for a little more compression, having those cut in right there, because you don't have as much material right there. So that might actually aid in the compression of the footbed up there on the forefoot. We've got a little diamond pattern here, a little pyramid diamond pattern kind of on the outside of the tread there. So there's some nice variation to the tread pattern. I kind of like that. There's our injection point. It's kind of well integrated. You don't see it too much, kind of being buried within the diamond pyramid tread pattern. It looks like our mold line is very faint. Crocs is getting good with that. Look how faint that is. You can barely see it. So it's pretty well hidden. I don't know if they necessarily integrated it, but it's so subtle and it's kind of tucked in just under that groove. You don't really see it. And then they've kind of made a fake implied tread separation here, even though it's all the same material. It steps down a little bit there for the tread. So, and our strap is just stitched in on the side here. Pretty basic. Little pillowy strap. But I think that might be everything in hand. These don't look too bad. And who knows, maybe they didn't shrink that much on me. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. But no, we got some sizing. There's at least a 1/2 inch there difference. So we're gonna send these back regardless. We might reorder them, but that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable quality control right there. Whether it happened in the shipping or what, but that's a whole size difference right there. Let me make sure that they are both sized properly. Yep, 12 and 12. Okay. So I'm 90% sure these shrunk today when they were being shipped. But all right, let's throw them on foot. Okay, they look small. I'm wondering how much they shrank. So I went with the 12s. All right, not too bad. They do feel a little small, a little snug. The width isn't super. I'm really curious how much these shrunk. You know, like I don't want to give sizing recommendations, sizing information really from these because we have no idea how much these shrunk in the mail today. But these feel small for a 12. Not terrible, but just, I mean, I guess they're probably relative just in terms of Croc sizing, but for like a flip-flop, they're not terrible on the sizing actually. My brain was just going to the width because it feels a little small right where this strap is. Like I need a little more width right here, so I might try the 13s next time, just to like right here. I need a little more width right on the forefoot where kind of the ball of the foot is. I need that to be wider. But in terms of the length, these are okay. These work. You can see I've got a little bit. I've got a 1/4 inch or so at the back. There's not much of a heel cup here, but where it's risen around the heel there, I'm tucked right in there, and then on the toe I'm kind of tucked right in there too. So these are standard as far as their length goes, I would say, and let's just assume that these shrunk between a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch in the mail today. So we would probably have a little more length on the toe area too, but let's pretend that these did not shrink in the mail. I would still want to size up just based on the width. With it being narrowed right here, right at the strap, I need more width right here. So I'm actually going to size up. I will probably reorder these. And I will order the 13s for the additional width. And we'll go from there. But so the initial standing impressions, the ergos aren't too bad on them. That arch that I pointed out is pretty prominent. I am feeling that arch right here, but it's supportive of where it needs to be. So it's kind of lining up with my arch pretty well. And we've got some decent squish under heel. You can probably see from up above there that there's a little bit of compression going on. Let me turn this light over here. So there's a little compression, but honestly they could have went a little thicker, I think, with the midsole if they're going to go with the mellow footbed. Like the mellows are super chunky on the midsole. I would have gone even thicker. If you're gonna be like mellow midsole, it's like we'll go thicker. Show us the mellow. Show us the mellow. That strap is pretty comfortable. Excuse me. It's nice and padded on the foot. It feels pretty comfy on top. The texture underfoot isn't bad either. I feel it. It's kind of a nice texture underfoot, on bare feet, under skin. But like it's not too aggressive, but I think it's helping my foot kind of grab onto it in a sense. The fit is kind of nice and sporty on these. I don't feel like I need to hold onto them with my toes. The strap is strapping. So the style is kind of plain though. I would like some different colors, Crocs. It's like these are a nice summer slide. Give me some nice vibrant summer colors, not like muted monochromatic colors. But like I was saying earlier though, I think they tend to do that intentionally to get you to buy them twice. It's like, oh, let's release the black color first, because everybody is going to want more colors than just the black. So they'll buy them once in the black or the white, whatever they put out. In this instance, all the grays. Release them in the grays, and then in 2 weeks when they start selling and people have already bought them once, then we'll release all the other colors, so then they have to buy them again. But who knows? Maybe they're not that evil. Let's get some down low footage in these. So these are pretty good. These are a pretty standard slide. They've got a pretty good footbed to them. I think they run true to size. Just be cautious ordering them in the middle of the summer. And them baking in shipment. But these are pretty good. They're pretty comfy. They're not a very flat footbed. As kind of simple as these slides are, I think other designers just tend to go with a very flat footbed. So it is nice to have some decent support on the bottom of these. The mellow is pretty comfy. It's pretty squishy. I'm kind of digging the mellow. And the strap isn't bad either. I mentioned that. The strap is strapping. It's pretty comfy. And it's not cut horribly, so it's not digging into my toes. You can kind of see from above how this is cut in just a little bit. And they did it on both of them, so it's cut in just a little bit. So it allows the strap to kind of flex and not dig into your foot. So I dig them. I like these. I recommend them. I'm still kind of bitter that they shrunk on me and that one of them is a ½ inch smaller than the other one. So we're going to send these back. We're going to reorder them though in a 13, and hopefully that provides the additional width that I need. I don't think that they shrunk width-wise on me. I think it was just kind of a length that shrank. I think basically what I'm observing from one to the other, that separation in size, I think that's how much the one shrunk. The initial one might have shrunk a little bit too, but I don't know. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up. Just because walking too. Let me show it from top down real quick. Okay, I haven't moved since I stopped walking. You can see how my toe, like my foot's kind of sliding forward a little bit in these. Just walking, and that's too close to the edge for me personally. So I'm gonna need a little more toe space, a little more toe room if these are gonna be shifting on me. Need a little more toe room. So, and I don't want to give the advice to size up because I don't know how much these shrunk. So as far as sizing information goes, this probably isn't the most precise source, given the shrink factor that we unfortunately were subjected to with this purchase. But I think within reason, these are probably okay, true to size. If you can get them without shrinking. So I think let's pretend that these didn't shrink a whole lot. I think that these do run true to size. So you probably be okay going with your standard size, unless you need a little more width on them. In which case you might want to size up, which is what I'm going to try with these. Because these aren't a bad slide. I kind of dig them. I like the comfort. I like the ergos on them. The mellow footbed is pretty good. The textile strap is kind of new for me as far as Crocs goes. I don't think it's terrible. I'm kind of wanting some more color though, personally. But yeah, that's kind of my only complaints with these. It's just I had them delivered on the hottest day of the year, so that became an issue. We would like some more colors, Crocs. And I think the forefoot needs to be a little wider where your strap is. I think that needs to be a little wider because that's not wide enough for my foot. So I'm going to have to size up, and hopefully I don't run into slippage issues with the strap being too loose when I do size up. So yeah, these aren't too bad. They're within the price point. If you can get them on sale, that's a good sale slide. But like I said, I think I paid $25 for these, so these are within a $25 price point, I would argue. So yeah, not too bad. I think that's all I have to say about them. They're good. I like the ergos. I like the squish. The strap is comfy. The sizing is a little, I don't know, it's a little off for me in this experience, but that might be due to the heat that these were exposed to in the shipping, and it might not be an issue of these particular slides and this particular model in general, because had it not been a hot day, these might fit differently, so I can't knock them too much based on the poor sizing that I'm experiencing with them, because that might be a product of the shipping in the hot weather and not reflective of the actual sizing and fit of these in general. So we'll leave it at that. All right, the dangers of ordering in the middle of the summer when it's in the 90s out. These are good though. These are a very good slide. I recommend them. The ergos are good. The foam is good. The strap is good, but the sizing is not good for me. But I think that's because they got shrunk in the shipping. So had they not gotten shrunk, then the sizing might be fine. But these feel too narrow for my foot at the forefoot where the strap is. So like I said, whether or not that's reflective of the general fit of these, I can't say for sure because of the heat that these were exposed to in shipping. So we'll see. I'll edit this footage, and in the process of doing so, I'll kind of digest this video a little bit and see if I want to release this footage into this video or not, because it's kind of it's not super accurate information, but it is informative regarding the entire experience with it. And that, like, ordering Crocs and stuff on hot days, you might run into this issue. So I guess it might be more informative from an alternate perspective regarding everything else that was addressed in this video, other than the particular slide in and of itself. So maybe we'll still upload this footage in this video just for the benefit of all of that information. Set aside the information regarding the slide specifically. So I will reorder these again in the future and probably do another video on them, and hopefully that provides a little more accurate sizing information and stuff. So sorry if this video was a little convoluted. I was kind of thrown for a loop with this heat exposure with the sizing and stuff, so it threw a whole nother variable into the video that I'm not used to dealing with, having this type of situation. But all right, thanks for watching. Sorry if this was a flop. These are good though. I do recommend them. I just hope you don't have the same issues I did ordering these on hot days. But they're a good design. They're a good model. I just don't think that this video is accurate in terms of the sizing and the fit. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. I got another one to do. I'm not going to do them tonight, though, because I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. All right, see ya. Take care. Cheers. Bye.